Back to the days, they called me FOB. Now stepping fresh, they all know it's me. There goes Mr. Official with his MOB. That brother cold with his sub-zero melodies. I remember when they told me I was hard-headed. Face my fears, brother, even when my palms sweated. Shed tears, but we still gon' get what's ours, brethren. Up late at night reading Psalms, brethren. Guided by the holy scriptures. I'm just trying to get away from these broken pictures. Media me a chill, but Minya a vicious. Mimin past him, but he really lived this. I'm really trying to tell him there's another way out. Told him life ain't a game, but he said let it play out. Thinking back, I used to wanna stay out. Now I spend more time indoors, gotta plan the day out. Hate this feeling like I'm broken. When your heart feels frozen, it's the life of the chosen. Hate this feeling like I'm broken. When your heart feels frozen, it's the life of the chosen. Look into the heavens like, oh Father Lord, need you to lead the way from how it was before. The devil really love to see us in them wars. Losing sight of what our purpose is, we go off course. Surrounded by division, look at all these nations. Trying to overcome the stress and all these tribulations. I'm trying to break free of all these simulations. These false promises that come with all these stipulations. You gotta dig deeper, look inside your soul. What you trying to hide from God, he already knows. You fronting like you got it, but you really don't. You moving like you will, but you really won't. The only one that I look up to in this life is Christ. I'm rushing to the word when I need advice. Make the first mistake, never do it twice. Only you're to blame if you roll the dice. Hate this feeling like I'm broken. When your heart feels frozen, it's the life of the chosen. Hate this feeling like I'm broken. When your heart feels frozen, it's the life of the chosen. It's the life of the chosen. Hate this feeling like I'm broken. It's the life of the chosen. Hate this feeling like I'm broken. It's the life of the chosen.
Hey guys, welcome to your favorite late night sessions with your one and only Bean. Today we're joined by an amazing guest, professionally known as the EugyOfficial, but I'm gonna refer to him first name and last name basis because image changed. Hey, image
Mm,
changed, and
mm.
heaven is rejoicing. By the way, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So today we're chilling with Eugene Enser,
Yeah.
and he's a Ghanaian British singer, rapper, and songwriter. And he's just going to be telling us a bit about himself today and the journey that he's on. Eugene, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you. How are you?
It's a pleasure. I'm great, thanks. How's your day going?
Yeah, it's going good. I just finished making some breakfast. So I'm feeling energized. You get me? Feeling ready for the rest of the day.
Okay,
So it is
that's
a little bit late
great.
on this side.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do tell us a bite size about yourself for those that don't know who you are and what you're all about.
Yep. So I go by the name of Eugene Enser, aka UG Official. I've been doing music, most of my life. I would say probably I started around when I was 13, 14.
Mm.
But even if we go far, like track it back, I was born in Ghana, and then, moved to London with my parents, or to come and join my parents in when I was about 6 or 7 years old.
Mm.
I grew up in London, and I have a big family. I got four siblings, so two brothers, two sisters, and yeah, I think life in London teaches you a lot of things. I would say it's quite tough out here. I think people, it is nice, of course, for the pound, when you're earning money and things like that. It's nice, but of course, living in London is a tough place to live in because of, there's so many different cultures and
Yeah.
so many
Yeah.
different demands going on. I think over here, but it's of course it's a blessing also to be
Mm.
able to grow up somewhere like London and have the benefits of the things that do come with living here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I grew up in church. My dad's a pastor, so I've always been in church. I was in church anyway for a while since I was a kid until I was probably about 25, 26.
Yeah.
Um, and during all that other time as well, I was making music. Started off as a rapper first, like grime MC, and then formed a group with my brothers called the E3 Brothers. We sang a bit, and then
Yeah.
UG Official was born after that. And that's when I was doing Afrobeats music, and I
Mm.
kind of broke onto the scene with like a couple of songs with Mr. Easy, and being around people like Malik Berry and King Promise, and everybody you can think.
Yeah.
I've kind of had the honor and the pleasure of being able to be around them and work with them and perform alongside them.
Mm,
Yeah, so fast forward to, I would say, about the beginning of this year, probably. I
mm.
started thinking to myself, and it wasn't even really me thinking. It was just you just start getting this
You
feeling of,
thought it was you thinking, but
yeah,
something was being
to be
downloaded.
honest with you, I knew it wasn't me because the me that
Yeah.
I'm used to, that wasn't me. Yeah,
Ah,
of
yeah.
course, I've never been like I wouldn't say bad person. This is not me judging or condemning anybody because
Yeah, yeah,
everybody's
yeah.
on their own
Totally.
path, But for me, I was doing things that probably it's not what I've been, how I was raised. It's not how my
Yeah.
family was
You're
used
out of character.
exactly. So, I was doing a lot of these things, and I was really in it. And beginning of this year, I just started feeling quite unfulfilled. Even though someone might look at everything and say, "Oh, you got this, you've got that."
Mm, mm.
You get to a stage where you're just looking at it and you're like, "But what's the point of all of this?" It's like,
Yeah.
where is this actually going to take you? Of course, you can have all the money in the world, all the women, as the world will try to teach you, all the riches, but it's
And the
like,
riches,
what
but
is it actually for? Like,
an empty life.
yeah,
Yeah.
purpose of all of this? So, beginning of this year, I just started making a little, some changes, stopped smoking, and I said to myself, I'm gonna move back to live near towards my family and stuff. So I moved
Mm,
back to live near them, started going back to church again. And at this
mm.
stage, this was me just saying to myself, let me just put myself around, goodness and love.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just let me just and because God says seek him in it. So you got to look for him.
You gotta look for him.
You can't just sit in the
As much as he
corner.
calls you, you have to
Yeah, much as
respond and come as well.
exactly. So
Mm,
you can't just sit in the corner and just wait. You have to kind of because God is special. So in order to find him, you got to make sure you have to make sure your heart is ready
mm,
to receive him.
mm.
Otherwise, you'll just be wasting God's time. So for me, it was, I started taking myself to church and prayer meeting. Sometimes I go in there and I would zone out. I'll just be sitting there and I'll just be thinking, not why am I here, but
Like,
how do I get to the next level?
yeah.
How do I get to that next step? So I just kept going, kept going, and eventually, I started feeling like, okay, God, I can hear what God's saying. Like I feel like God's listening to me,
Mm.
communicating. And then I just cut out everything. Like I really just cut out everything I was doing. I stopped going clubbing. As I said, I stopped smoking. I stopped partying and things. I'm not saying partying is bad, but for me, I'm
Yeah,
yeah,
for you to get to where you had
yeah,
to be, you had to
I
just
had to,
shift a couple of things. Yeah.
I had to. So spend a lot of time in solitude as well. So if I wasn't seeing my family, like my mom and dad, or my siblings and like my nieces and nephews, I'd most probably be at home by myself, reading the Bible, or maybe watching some, sermons on YouTube, and then just
Mm.
yeah, just trying to get to know myself again outside of the vices that I had put in place
Yeah.
previously. You know what I mean?
No, that's really powerful because, in the world that we live in,
Yeah,
most of the time, the things that we do, the partying, the
yeah,
drinking, hang around all these people,
yeah,
and it's mostly to get away from
yeah,
being with yourself
yeah. Of
and
course,
confronting those thoughts and
of
feelings
course.
that keep convicting
Yep.
you.
Yep. So there's all these
Yeah.
vices, and it's like and the thing is, when these vices are away, so like when you, especially if you don't have something that you're working on, or you feel like you have no purpose. Whenever
Yeah.
these vices wear out, or you're not at these vices, you always have this empty feeling.
Yeah.
Whether people want to admit it or not, there's always
Mm-hmm.
this feeling of like unfulfillment and not feeling like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. For me,
Mm.
I just always known to myself, and the family I come from, um I cannot waste my life, and not thinking that I was wasting it before, but I definitely need to make more impact than what I was
Yeah.
doing before.
So it was more like I lost my way, but I need to get back on track.
Exactly.
I know there's a path that I'm supposed to be on.
Yep, exactly that. So
Mm. Mm.
yeah, so I just was going church more, and I decided, I felt like I had kind of done a big U-turn compared to how I was living before. I definitely felt like, I had stopped a lot of sin. Nobody is sinless, of course. Nobody's perfect. But for
Mm.
me, how I was living before to how I changed to living now
It was a big
was
change.
a big, big change. So for me, it was like, I might as well just take the big step and just actually commit it to commit myself to God and to the Lord, and through Jesus, of course, and just get
Mm.
baptized. So I said to myself, if I sit down and say I'm gonna wait till this or that, I'll never be ready. So
Yeah.
just take that plunge and just go for it, and say to God that, I'm being serious. It's one thing, opening your mouth and saying it, but it's like to take the action for it, for God to actually genuinely see that you mean,
Yeah.
and then also not just for God, it's also the world to see that you.
For the world to see. I mean, you stepped on a stage and said, "This is
Yeah,
Yuji official."
exactly,
So you might as well step on the front line and also say, "I'm a child of God."
exactly that. So I was just like, you know what, God, the same way I was outside doing what I was doing before, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna publicize it too, so people can see that
Mm.
I'm not ashamed of what, like, who I am, and me, my love for God, and me following God in the new path that I'm on. So that was it, and the rest is history. Just been on this journey, growing daily, learning more about God, learning more about myself, learning about what God wants to use me for, and
Mm.
the key thing of all of it is actually salvation, really. Um,
Yeah.
after it's all said and done, it's like, on Judgment Day, will God see you, and will he be able to say to you that you did well, or
Yeah.
will you say that you didn't quite make the cut? And for me, I don't want to be someone that doesn't live a life that God sees fit, because I know we're not
Yeah.
worthy. We're definitely not worthy of God, but at least,
But essentially, he did plant us here for something, and
exactly,
you want to get there. And he said, "This is my good and faithful servant." You know.
exactly. So that's why I'm gonna just use my rest of my life to kind of like just try and navigate, use my gift to try and navigate and help people, and just tell people about God, and through real life experiences, because people seem to forget that God is actually there 24. He's around 24/7. He's around us all
24/7.
the time.
Yeah.
So sometimes we think it's only in church, or it's only like when you go to prayer meeting or this and that, but you forget that, bro. Everywhere you are, every aspect and everything you've gone through in your life, God's actually there. You just close your eyes.
Once you acknowledge that
Yeah,
fact, a lot of things change. Hey,
exactly. So
you find it hard to do so many things because you're like, okay, he's right here.
yeah,
He's
exactly,
right here.
exactly. So yeah, man, that's where I am right now.
No, it sounds great. It sounds great.
Yeah.
So you mentioned salvation.
Yes.
I actually wanted to talk to you about three words and just find out where your head is at
Okay.
when it comes to those words,
Okay.
which are salvation, justification, and sanctification. What do those words mean to you
Okay.
now in your journey and with your walk with Christ?
Okay. So obviously salvation, of course. Um, I would say that's actually, I wouldn't say it's the, of course I would say, but when it's like the purpose of everything, it's like
Mm-hmm. Mm.
the main point of all of this is for salvation. It's like we want we want to be. I personally want to be in the presence of Jesus and presence of God. At the end of it all, I want God to see me as fit and as worthy to
Mm-hmm.
to be in His presence. I do want to live in paradise with Jesus, and God, and just live in heaven. I don't. I would love to make it there. I would honestly love to make it there, and in order
Yeah.
to make it there, there's a certain way of life that we have to live like. There's certain guidelines that we have to adhere by. There's a certain level of quality of life that we have to live. That
Mm.
I would say that makes God happy. And for me, salvation is probably the biggest thing for me is in my life. That's probably my biggest aim now. Is like
Yeah.
make it to the promised land. I want to make it there. I want to make it to heaven. So I think about that every day. To be honest,
Mm.
anytime I feel like I might fall off a little bit, I just think, huge, like salvation. Like think
I'm
about
really
that.
just I'm really just visiting this
That's
world.
it. That's it. This is not
I just
forever.
I just want to make it where I really
There
belong, you
we
know.
go. This is not forever at all. Don't lose yourself in this, because when you actually, if you're able to use your mind to think about everything around you and look around you, and even think about life and the fact that we only here for, like, let's say on an average 70 to 80 years.
Mm.
In the grand scheme of things, that is nothing.
That is nothing
It's
really.
nothing. So like,
It's
don't
basically we're basically living in a dream, so to say.
exactly. So it's like, don't you think there's more to this? Like, don't you
You're gonna
think
wake up and there's gonna be more, and you better make
more?
that more count.
Exactly. And it's like, I don't, and my dad always said something to me where it's like, if you live a good life and you live a godly life, and let's say, at worst case scenario, there isn't a heaven, there isn't nothing after, what have you lost? You haven't lost anything.
You haven't
You
lost
understand?
anything.
But if you don't, and you live a sinful life, and then you get to judgment day, and then there is all of this there, you've lost out everything.
Yeah, true.
So there is no pain, there is no harm, and anybody who lives a God-fearing life, a God like life, you live a great life. You don't have to look
And
at
I mean, it's not just for you.
yeah,
It makes life around you easier. It makes
easier.
life great for those around you.
Exactly. Quality of
And everyone is just living happily and harmoniously. I mean, essentially, that's what we hope for.
yep,
It's not always the case,
yep,
but that's what we aim for.
yep,
And we try our best also to just change the lives around us every minute that we are on
yep,
this earth.
yep, yep. So
Mm,
for me, that would be what salvation would be for me.
yeah.
Um,
Justification.
justification. Of course, we are not justified by our works.
Yep.
Um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I always just say justification. J for Jesus.
Yeah,
Justification for
yeah,
Jesus.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
He came to just
Just
justify us.
justify. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So
Because we are definitely not worthy.
not
We
worth.
deserve
I,
all the judgment
sometimes it leaves me
possible.
speechless when I think about it because I'm like,
Yeah.
everything I've done, I really am not worth it. Like on in my eyes anyway. Not
At all.
at all. Do you know what I mean? But if not for Jesus coming and really doing this for us, well, where would I be? Someone like me,
Yeah.
things I've done on this earth. So
Mm, mm,
for that, I'm very grateful. Very very grateful.
yeah.
Jesus. And what was the last one you said? Purification.
Sanctification. Yeah.
Purification. Yes. Um. So when you ask that, what do you mean by that?
Like,
Yeah.
how do you understand
Yeah.
it?
Okay.
If there was someone standing in front of you and they said, "Hey,
Yeah.
some Christian came to me
Yeah.
and they were talking, and all I could catch was
Yeah.
sanctification."
Yeah.
What is it to be sanctified?
So
What
to
does
be
it mean?
sanctified, obviously, I think is becoming more like Christ,
Mm-hmm.
becoming Christ-like, repenting,
Yeah.
and just having like kind of a pure, like living a pure life if possible.
Yeah.
So,
Being set aside.
yeah, just living a clean life, like
Mm.
just knowing that because when Christ came out, there's a TV show I watched called The Chosen.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah. I've seen it.
yeah. So
Mm.
for me, it was I like the show because even though yes, you can't ever get what the Bible, you will never be able to see what it was like for real life. That
But
TV
it makes
show,
it come alive,
yes,
hey?
it brings it to you in visuals, and you see wow, like Jesus was just how he was living was so pure. Like there was
Mm.
nothing like him. There was nobody like him, and ever how he handled things, he was never. He was just different. How he handled things was
He
so
was just
different.
different.
There was never
Like, I
any.
sometimes try and think, would I, me,
Yeah.
be able to do those things and behave in that way in the situations that he was in? I'm just like,
Do you know what?
I'm
The
not
same way
sure.
that we
I
can go
don't
out
think
and
so.
do the bad things and
Yeah.
do it well.
Mm.
That's how I see it. That if
Yeah.
I could go out there and sin the way I used to sin,
Then I can
I
do the
could do
good.
the good. Why not? Because I was very committed to the sin. So why can't I be the same way I was and committed to the good? And of course, people will
That's
say that it's
mm,
very easy to sin because we're sinners by nature, and we're
yeah.
surrounded by it 24/7. But there's a way to do it. You just taking yourself away from certain things and not putting yourself in certain scenarios and putting yourself around certain situations. Put yourself around people that are like you, like equally yoked people.
Yeah.
And just don't forget to pray. Be in the Word like regularly.
Regularly.
Don't
Pray without ceasing.
without ceasing and read the Bible regularly. I always find whenever I tend to like maybe take some time off. When I say take some time off, maybe there's a day I'll wake up and I might only read the Bible for like 20 minutes. And compared to the days where if I wake up and I do spend a good 1 hour, 2 hours, I always
Things go haywire.
feel the difference. You always feel the
You
difference.
feel the difference. You really do
You
feel a
feel the
difference.
difference. So nobody's perfect, but as long as you keep working on it and
Mm.
just knowing that in your head you want to live like Christ, like that's the one thing I keep catching myself with is like, what
Mm.
would Christ do? Every situation I end up in, what would
What would Christ
what
do?
would
Yeah.
Jesus do in this situation?
You know, the analogy that I got,
Yeah,
like right after I got baptized,
yeah,
was that we essentially are all lost,
yes,
or before we find Jesus,
yeah,
we are all lost,
yeah,
and then, but we all know we are on a journey.
yeah,
There's some people who know where they're going, and then there's the ones who have no idea where
yeah,
they're going.
yeah,
Those are people who maybe don't even have a background
yeah,
with Christ, or
yeah,
don't know, like, they believe in all everything else but.
yeah,
And I just came to understand that on this journey, the journey is then life.
yeah,
And the Bible
Yeah.
is your map.
Like, literally, map and
So
manual.
exactly like a manual. So when you get lost
Yeah,
and you just turn to the Bible,
literally.
you know where you're supposed, you don't know your end
Mm-mm,
destination,
mm.
but you know where you're supposed to go,
Yep,
and all the turns,
yep.
and you know where you need to hide out,
So
and where you
true.
need to go and
So
find certain treasures, where
yep,
you need to stop by
yep,
and get supplies and
yep,
refreshments
yep,
and all that.
yep, yep, yep.
And we need to also be there for those who don't have the map and
Exactly,
share our map with everyone else, which is then evangelism,
exactly,
sharing the
exactly.
gospel,
Yep,
picking up those ones who have no idea where they're going.
exactly, exactly.
And the Bible is important. That's when I just realized that when you don't read your map,
Yep.
you get
You
lost.
get
You
lost.
get lost.
Uh-uh.
And, sometimes you get lost in a space that feels good
Yeah,
for your for your fleshly
yeah,
nature.
yeah, yeah,
And you just feel like maybe I can stay here a little bit longer.
yeah.
But it's like,
Yeah, let me get
hello.
out of here.
You do, and it's those convictions that keep nagging you and
Yeah,
tapping you, like, hello,
yep,
please can you get your map and get a move on.
yep,
And sometimes, after ignoring these convictions for so long,
yep,
God does send a thunderstorm to be like, hey, wake up,
yep,
I've
yep,
been
yep,
trying to.
yep,
And I really appreciate that,
yeah,
that loving and faithfulness
yeah,
and compassion from him, that he, even though you get way lost,
yeah.
he will never give up on you.
Mm, mm-mm.
He will come to give you that thunderstorm as your wake up
Yep,
call to say, pick up your map and
yep,
let's get a move on.
yep,
But at the same time, don't forget to take XYZ, because
yeah,
they don't have a map.
yeah, exactly.
And he will put you in contact, like you bump into people who don't have maps
Yeah, yeah,
in this life.
yeah. All the time.
And I feel like at least once a day,
Yeah,
or at least once a week,
yeah,
or once a month,
yeah,
you will definitely find someone who doesn't have a map.
yep,
And it's up to you whether you ignore them and walk past them,
yep,
like we do with the beggars and
yep.
and and the people that we bump into in the city
Yeah,
that need your help.
yeah.
You can help, but you don't take
Take
time
that
to.
help. Yeah, of course.
And that analogy just blew me away, and it
Mm,
just changed. It just changed the way I felt
yeah,
about reading the
yeah,
Bible and sharing
yeah,
the gospel.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Because
that's what kind of happened to me. It's like when, obviously, when I started realizing, I was like, wow, like it's like if I've been given this ability to make music, then let me try and use the music then, because that seems to be one way people are able to hear my voice.
exactly, that's how you're gonna reach your people
Yeah, yeah,
that you need to give a map to.
exactly, exactly.
Mm.
So yeah,
Ah,
what a journey.
what a journey! What a journey!
Journey.
And so what changes have you experienced, whether physical, mental, spiritual, emotional,
Yeah.
um, ever since switching up?
I have this peace. Like there's a peace in me. Like that's
Mm.
even sometimes it's scary because I understand my dad more, because my dad, he's here on this earth. He's here. He lives, but my dad operates like he's already in heaven.
Yeah,
Like that's how my dad. So he doesn't, earthly things
his
don't.
body is here, but
Yeah. So earthly
he's not here.
don't bother him. Like earthly things don't bother him. Tomorrow doesn't bother him. Like, and so I
Mm.
started realizing, like, the more I sat down, the more I'm at peace. So it's like sometimes I look, I might go. So I've even reduced how much I go on social media, because I
Yeah,
feel like it's quite daunting on there actually, when the because there's so much going on and there's so much expectation put on people through social media, because
yep,
everybody's watching out, everybody's living and this, and then you tap out. So I spent less time on social media and started enjoying what actual reality is. And I see to myself, it's like, look, I can't even guarantee I'll be here next week.
mm,
So
mm,
I just value the fact that I'm alive, and I don't. I've stopped being so like, oh, I want to try and. Of course, if God wants to permit, I would love to be rich, but that
yeah.
is not like my aim
That's
anymore.
that's not your aim anymore.
No,
Yeah,
it's not my aim. It's not like, oh, I need to go here and make it. No, it's like, how can I help people? You know, find God. How can I help people remember that God is here for us? And it's just simple.
yeah.
I think things are simple for me now. It's like I'm just happy to be alive, you know, and
Mm,
grateful to have life. I don't chase the things I chased anymore, and I just have this peace. Like I feel free,
yeah,
you know. I feel free now
yeah.
in my heart. Like there's nothing. I don't know. I don't want anything anymore. You know.
I totally understand that.
Things that
Because sometimes you even stop and look at the situations that you're in, and you're like, "How am I this
yeah,
calm?"
yeah,
Like, because I know for a fact, the old me would have been spiraling.
That's how it
And you're like, but I'm here and I'm calm.
Yep. Yep. That's how it
Yeah.
is. That's how it is. So I'm just grateful, man. Now I wake up every day. I wake up, I'm like, yeah, thank you, God. Every day.
Yeah.
If I wake up, I'm like, thank you, God, again, because
Thank you for the gift of
you
life.
didn't have to give me the energy for today. You have.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He really doesn't have to,
Yeah,
hey?
you don't have to. So, and we take it.
He really, you can just be like, you're not doing enough,
Yeah,
so we're just gonna pull
yeah,
the plug.
yeah. We take it so for granted, like we
Yeah.
take it for granted. But now I'm just like, thank you, God, for allowing me like to even wake up enough to be able to appreciate what you've given to us.
Mm.
And that's where I am right now. It's just grateful, man. Just grateful,
Yeah.
grateful.
So, a couple of months ago, you released your song "Chosen,"
Yes.
which takes a complete detour lyrically and message wise in comparison to, let's say, I don't know, Medicine,
Mhm.
which
Mhm.
was from like an album earlier on
Mhm.
that time.
Yep.
So I imagine you just told me that you God basically told you that since you're in music, I want to use you
Yeah.
in music to share my word
Yeah.
and share your faith.
Yeah.
How has that been for you in a predominantly circular industry?
Yeah.
I can imagine it hasn't been easy.
Yeah. I mean,
That
when,
transition must
yeah,
have been,
it's not easy. It's like going back down to square one again, if you want to put it like that, because
yeah,
fan base I've built up is based off, songs like you're saying, Medicine, Dance for Me.
yeah,
But this is one thing that I can say is when I think back now, I can realize that God has been trying to talk to me for a long time, especially via my music, because even down to my music, I'll give you an example. Like, there's my songs are even bigger than who I am.
mm-hmm,
That usually when artists release songs, you know who the artist is.
yeah,
My songs, majority of them, people have heard them, but they don't know it's me.
but they don't know it's you.
There's already a, there's already a disconnection. There's already been a disconnection. All these years, there's already been a disconnection between
Mm,
me and my music, and that's because I've always thought to myself, or I've always kind of had this feeling inside of me that I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do.
mm,
Definitely not using this gift the way God wants me to use it. So,
yeah,
of
yeah,
course, I can make music. So if you can make music, of course you make music. The music will go good, but people will never really know me for who I'm supposed to be because it's just not me. That's not who I actually am in my heart.
mm,
As
mm,
far as I try to stray and as wherever way I try to go, there's always been this niggling thing inside of me that's been biting at me. That's like, this is not what you're supposed to use your music for. And this is
yeah.
not to diss anybody else. I'm just talking about me personally. For me, I think I've been through too much in this life and where my family comes from and what we've been through for me to just stop at singing about girls whining on me.
Yeah.
Like again, it's not this anybody. I'm talking about me
No, I
personally.
totally
Yeah,
understand.
for me, I have a lot to talk about and a lot of things that I've experienced in life that I think needs to be shared and
Needs to
just
be shared. Your
needs to be shared.
testimony needs to be shared
Exactly, just for people
so
to
that someone can draw strength from that.
exactly and realize that God really has been there for me, like and
Mm.
just to draw people to close to God, man. That's really the purpose of everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
No, I totally hear you.
yeah,
I totally hear you. I went through a similar thing
yeah,
where I just felt like I think I am doing, like, I have this passion and I have these skills.
yeah,
So obviously God gave me
yeah,
this,
yeah,
but I am not using it how I'm supposed to be using
yeah,
it. I
yeah,
I was definitely serving the wrong kingdom,
yeah, yeah,
and I had been avoiding the convictions.
yeah, yeah.
And when that wake up call came, he was like, "Ma'am, I need you out of there ASAP."
It's like
And I was like, "But I'm good at this thing." It's like, "Yeah, you sure?
yeah,
You're good at it,
yeah,
but you're not doing it for me.
yes,
I gave it to you to do it for
for
me
me
because it's a
exactly,
target market that
exactly,
is going to listen to only your voice,
ex-
going to relate to only your voice,
exactly.
and those souls are on your shoulders."
And let me even give you something weird. Ever since I've been doing this music and
Mm.
posting, this is probably the most interaction I've ever had on my social media. Like
Wow.
in terms of comments and I just sit here and
Yeah.
oh, sometimes I just sit here and I look at it and I'm like, what? Like how? Because
And people reaching
you
out.
the amount of messages I get, and then it's like, and it's crazy because of course when I was making secular music, those are the things I wanted. And it's
Yeah.
like now I don't want. It's not like I don't want it. It's like that's not where my mind is anymore. It's not about oh
Yeah.
look how many comments I have and look how many people are messaging me. But it's like Now because my mind is not on that, my mind's on like, how can I get people to God? Those things
Yeah.
are being given to me.
Look, I'm gonna tell you for free. I'm gonna tell you for free. I don't think I would have messaged you
Can you imagine? That's what I'm saying.
earlier on in the year. I
Yeah,
don't think I would have
yeah,
messaged you
yeah,
at all.
yeah,
Not that I didn't like your
yeah,
music, not that I didn't want to have a conversation
yeah,
with you in the
yeah,
podcast, but you had like there had been no
yeah,
you didn't have a conversation to offer me at that time.
yeah, 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 yeah,
You didn't have um something to give
yeah, yeah,
at that
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
And immediately, I don't even know how I saw your baptism post. I saw that post,
yeah.
and funny enough, a
Yeah.
couple of days before, I had bumped into that picture that I sent you. And so when I saw it, I was
That's
like,
crazy.
what are the
Yeah, God,
odds?
yeah,
Because
I know, I know.
and I related on so many levels
Yeah,
because the hole you had come out from is
yeah.
a hole I had come out from. And I was
What's
like,
the whole?
we need to have this conversation because there's definitely someone out there who needs to hear
Yeah,
that it may look good and rosy on the outside,
yeah.
but inside it's turmoil.
It's
It's
beyond,
turmoil. And
beyond it.
that piece only came from giving up and letting God.
Yep, yep. And I was somebody that's very. I like being in control.
Yeah,
That's how I.
yeah.
I'm a very like, oh, I'm in control, but it's like, how
Yeah,
can you?
and that pride is
Oh, it's
there as
big pride,
well.
big pride, big time pride. That's another thing. It's like I've had to kill. If you want to say it like that, killing my ego.
It hasn't been
It
easy.
hasn't been easy, but
I can
I make
imagine.
sure every day I wake up, every day, I say to myself, remember that you are not better than anybody else. You are God's
Mm,
child the same way everybody else on this planet is God's child. So just know that and operate like that. And that's how
mm.
every day I do this to myself. Every day I wake up, I kill my ego. I'm like, get that pride out of your head. Get that your I'm EugyOfficial thing out of your head. Forget about it. You are a son of God. Everybody is the same. Go and love everybody equally and treat everybody equally. Be willing to serve. Like it's actually
Mm.
our purpose on here is to serve as well, to be of service to people. So now I'm ready, man. I'm here. I'm here to just
You know, when I was looking at it,
yeah.
I wanted to tell you this. I felt like you know how the Bible says God works everything out for the good of those who love him.
Yes.
You might have been doing the wrong thing.
Yep.
You're using the right
Yeah.
energy, but for the wrong purposes.
Yep.
But he let it go on for a bit
Mm-hmm.
because he wanted you to still grow that fan
Fan
base.
base, exactly.
He still wanted you to have that audience.
Yep. Yep.
For that moment when he says, right, it's
It's
time to
time.
work.
Yeah, it's time. It's time. And it's
And
crazy. It's crazy how
no,
it
it's really crazy when you think of it that way. It's like, okay, he saw that I was in the mud. He was like, okay, chill in the mud for
yeah,
a bit.
yeah, yeah,
It there's a purpose for
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Just hang on
Just hang on
tight.
tight. Yeah. Yeah.
And when the time came, he was like, right. So all these people that now listen to you, now they're gonna listen. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna hear you and
Yep.
understand
Yep.
you, and
Yep.
lives are gonna be changed. Hearts are gonna be softened because
Man.
so many hearts have gone so hard in this world.
Yeah. I'm grateful. If God wants to use me to do that, by all means, Lord, I'm ready for that. So for me, I just enjoy just worshiping the Lord and just
Yeah.
presence. Anything else that He wants to add for me, I don't expect anything from Him. I'm not like, oh God, you need to do this for me, you need to do that. Like even this album that I'm about to drop, there isn't.
Mm.
I don't care.
Oh, we'll get to talk about
Yeah,
that in a bit.
no
We
problem.
have
Yeah.
to.
So it's like I'm not walking with like an expectant heart or anything. I'm just grateful. I'm just
You're
grateful.
just
I have,
grateful and you're just working for
yeah,
him.
that's it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, I really appreciate what you're doing because I mean the enemy is as blatant as ever in the
Mhm.
time that we're living in.
Yeah.
So we also just have to be as bold as ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Prodigal Son.
Yes. Yes, my love.
I
So
mean, to fellow Christians and anyone who's ever picked up a Bible,
yeah.
the inspiration behind the album is pretty clear and self-explanatory. But I mean, for someone who doesn't have the former nor the latter,
Yep.
summarize maybe what the Prodigal Son
Y-
means
Yep.
to you and
Mhm.
how it ties in with the album, you know?
Yep. So, prodigal son. The story is obviously of there was a father in the Bible who had children, and his oldest child, I think it was the eldest child. Yeah, he decided he wanted his what do you
Share of the inheritance.
inheritance. Yeah, his
Mhm.
share of his inheritance. He wanted it early. He's like, Dad, I'm ready to take my inheritance now. I don't want to wait for you to pass or whatever. Give me mine now so I can go and do what I want to do with it. And
Isn't that funny? That's how we should go out
it's
anyway.
hilarious. And he really took it and he went out there and thought he was the guy. And he squandered it all. He squandered it so bad that he ended up having to kind of eat amongst pigs. And
Mm.
this is like we know how we see pigs in society, and it's not,
Yeah.
every animal is a creation of God, but we know how pigs are viewed in society. So for a human to find themselves amongst pigs as their place of resting and where they eat must mean you have gone below rock bottom.
Yeah.
So he squandered all of his riches and all of everything that he had that his dad had built up and saved for him. He went and wasted it all and ended up being lost in the world with no money, no food, no nothing. He was literally a lost human. And in the end of it all, he made his way back home,
Yeah.
in with shame and with her and whatever. And he came back, and his father, still being the father that he is, this
Mm.
loving father, being the caring father that he is, still accepted him back and said, "Look, you are my son. You will always be my son. Let's
Didn't hold it against him.
didn't do anything against it," and even said, "Let's rejoice," and threw a big feast to celebrate that his son had returned back home. And so for me, it's like I feel like that with God. It's like
Yeah.
I feel like I went out there and I was, doing everything I thought it was me, doing this and that, blah blah blah, and then, when it got to a point where I was spiritually, feeling like I was spiritually broke, spiritually
Mm.
low,
Drained.
yeah, and God, and I decided, let me try and go back home and see what God is saying. God welcomed me with open arms. So
Yeah.
it's definitely a reflection of that. That's what this album's about. And yeah, it's going to talk about some subjects, how the real side of it, because of course there is the worshiping side, where we can
Mm.
make songs that is worshiping. But I wanted to give people the perspective of being a real person. Like sometimes I feel like we might forget that not everybody is at the worshiping stage yet. There's people that still need to be able to relate to
Yeah.
to get how we
It's
get
more of a diary and a
exactly.
testimonial.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what I call the album. It's like a journal. It's like a personal
Yeah.
journal that kind of gives a rundown of my journey thus far and how I got here, the feelings I went through, the emotions, the things that weighed me down, the things that made me
Yeah.
feel this way.
Struggles that you had and
Exactly, and how God helped me now.
withdrawal symptoms.
All of these, all of it's all in there. It's all in there.
Mm.
It's all in there. So I'm really excited about it. And again, as I said, I don't really care about streams, like a million streams. Even if it's one person that listens to it and says, "Look, Yuji, this thing
Wow.
has really touched me and has made me really reconsider my relationship with God, and it's making me want to go and speak to God more and find God more out." It will make my day. So
Yeah.
we're still, as I said, we're building back from the ground up. It might look like that anyway, but I know God. With God, if God says go, everything can blow up in a way that we've never seen before. So I don't have any expectation on it. Me, it's just an honest musical diary of what my path has been like for me to get here and the experiences and how God, saved me. So that's what,
Mm.
yeah, that's what it's about.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I'm so happy for you.
thank,
You have no idea.
thank you, thank
And I'm definitely looking forward to the album.
you. Yes, I'll
Definitely, because
give
I feel like
you.
I'm gonna relate.
Yes, you're gonna love it. I believe you'll love it anyway because it's real. It's real.
It's real,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's real. It's not like this. I'm better than
It's
anybody.
not a
Or this.
fairy tale,
No,
it's
no,
real
it's
stuff.
very real, very very real. So I feel like you'll enjoy it. I feel you.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm definitely. When is it out?
The 8th of November.
Pretty soon.
Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks time.
I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So, on a lighter note, how do you unwind and, just rebalance personal and work life?
Um.
Actually, wait, come to think of it,
Yeah.
had you not chosen music, what would have been your 9 to 5?
Um.
I mean, you have African parents, so they must have
Yeah,
forced
of
you to
course. I
study
probably would have. I probably
something.
would have worked in IT. I probably would have
Wow.
worked in IT. Yeah, I love computers. I love that. That's my like it's my side thing. So like work.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I probably would have done. Worked in IT somewhere,
Mm.
man.
Wouldn't have been satisfying though at some point.
Yeah. You get me.
I'm sorry to break it to you. But yeah, no, that's great. So if you had to reflect on the whole year, I mean, we're now on month 10, towards the end of month 10.
Yeah.
and just reflection on what's been your best and your worst moments of 2023 so far,
Yeah.
and what we can expect from you, God willing, in 2024.
Yeah.
What would you share with us?
So I would say, when I say worse, because now when I look at it, I can't see anything else because everything had to play its part for me to get here. So
Mm,
I can't really say there's a worst, but I think the best moment for me of this year was okay. The worst was feeling as low as I was feeling,
yeah.
and then but it was a double-sided edge sword because in feeling that low, I was able to find God
Yeah.
or remember that God had never left my side. God was there and make myself open my heart and make myself available for God to
Mm,
dwell in me, So the two best, one worst moment is feeling as low as I was feeling, but the best moment at the same time was being able to feel as low as I was feeling so that I could actually find
so that you could make it to
exactly,
him.
exactly. So
Mm.
definitely.
No, that's great. And before we close off, any advice for someone out there who's
Guys,
listening in,
yeah. Just don't condemn yourself. Like I feel a lot of times we feel like things we've done is so bad that we're not worthy. And when I say worthy, of course, we can
That's
never.
really the devil.
Yeah, it's the devil trying to keep you away from the Lord's presence. Don't
Mm,
condemn yourself. Like Jesus literally is there to. He came to save us, and he died on the cross for us for all our sins. So like, don't condemn yourself. Don't be too harsh on yourself, and just know that
mm,
God genuinely loves you. Like nobody will love you the way God will love you. Nobody give you the peace of mind that God gives. Nobody gives you the freedom in your heart that God gives. And just remember this, and just don't be scared. Like
yeah.
just take the step and just call on God and see. Just call on God. I
Yeah.
dare. In fact, I dare you. I dare you to give yourself a little bit of time to call on God and see if He
Mm.
doesn't.
Don't even say much.
Yeah,
Just,
just,
Lord, I need
I
you.
need you.
Full stop.
And when you say it, mean it. Don't say it because you're
Yep.
saying it. Say it and actually mean it from your heart, and allow yourself the time to actually hear Him call Him, like just hear Him speaking back to you, and everything
Yeah.
will change from there.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
That is so true.
Yeah,
I mean, he loves us.
He loves.
We might think we're too far
He
gone.
never
You might be
stopped
listening
loving
in
us.
thinking,
He never
ah,
stopped loving.
I am just the worst. But he knew you were going to do all the things that you're doing. But he
Already.
still made a plan for you.
Exactly.
There is that one treasure box with your name on it.
Yep, yep.
So you better go claim your
Go and
treasure.
claim it. Go and claim it. Go and claim it. Go and claim it. So yeah, man.
Yeah, man, Yuji, this has been great.
Thank you
This
so
has
much.
been awesome. Thank you so much for your
Thank you for
time,
having me.
and thank you for all the work that you're doing for the Lord.
Thank you. God bless
I
you.
mean,
God bless
I'm here as a messenger to just thank you
you. God bless you. Thank you for all that
for
you
for taking the call and not
are
putting him on voicemail
doing.
and not muting him,
Yeah.
but taking the call.
There's only so long you can do that for. The
Yeah.
mailbox the voice mailbox gets full. Then
Yep.
then you have to answer the call. So
Yeah.
that's where we are, man.
I wish you all the best for
Thank
the rest of the year
you, thank you, thank you,
and the coming years,
thank
and we
you.
definitely look forward to more work
Same to you,
after Prodigal Son.
of course.
And yeah, keep sharing the gospel, keep reaching them lives. I mean,
Thank you.
there's a lot of people hanging on that thread
Yep,
that you are giving, that lifeline that you are giving.
yep, yep,
So
yeah.
yeah,
Thank you so much.
have a lovely day and a lovely
You,
week again.
you too, brother. You too, you too. Take care
Thank
of
you so
yourself.
much.
All right.
Take care. Hey. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in to that chat that we just had with Mr. EugyOfficial. I hope you guys enjoyed it just as much as I did. The track at the beginning of the episode is Chosen, and I'm leaving you guys with Safe. Don't forget to look out for the Prodigal Son album coming out on the 8th of November, available on all your major music platforms. I wish you guys a lovely remainder of the week. And yeah, catch you on the flip side. Stay blessed from your bean with the biggest love.
Look, let's take it back to the days when I never had not even 100 quid to my name, but the Lord still kept me safe. Take it back to the days when we would run right in the streets trying to get eat, but the Lord still kept me safe. Take it back to the days when we had running with the laws cause we had flaws, but the Lord still kept me safe. Take it back to the days when we were just trying to get paid and not get played, but the Lord still kept me safe. I was in Paris trying all types of bread. Cup runneth over, now when I pray I ask for his favour instead. Pray for his mercy and his grace. I told mercy, I told grace. Look to the Lord and he'll keep you safe if you seek his face. It took me a while, but I had to run real far away from the poison. I found my way into the kingdom. See, now I'm gonna try bring my boys in. I spent a long time trying to lead them astray. Now I gotta show them what's proper. Cause sin is a heartbeat stopper. Still make your heartbeat drop off. Now I'm on the road to salvation. I can't lie, at the start it's lonely. You realize they're all so phony. I count on one hand who really phones me. Deep down they wanna see me stagnant, not move forward, but that sold me. But I'm praying that the Lord will show me. Look, let's take it back to the days when I never had not even 100 quid to my name, but the Lord still kept me safe. Take it back to the days when we would run right in the streets trying to get eat, but the Lord still kept me safe. Take it back to the days when we had running with the laws cause we had flaws, but the Lord still kept me safe. Take it back to the days when we were just trying to get paid and not get played, but the Lord still kept me safe. This is deeper than rap, this is pain and legacy. Thank God I came back to reality. Spent too long around fame and jealousy. I know what true love looks like. My parents pray for me daily. I call that unconditional riches. I've been blessed from the day they made me. Even though life's got ups and downs, there's freedom living in your truth. Stop trying to be who you think that they want you to be. There's no use. Gone are the days that I will look outside trying to work out who's my friend. Deep down they don't wanna see you do better than them, but they sure know how to pretend. Yeah, at the end of the day, only God can save you. Now I spend more time in the Bible, I'm like a disciple when I got made new. I still show love to the ones who hate me, cause only God can judge you. And we might not see eye to eye, but I gotta respect that God still loves you. Look, let's take it back to the days when I never had not even 100 quid to my name, but the Lord still kept me safe. Take it back to the days when we would run right in the streets trying to get eat, but the Lord still kept me safe. Take it back to the days when we had running with the laws cause we had flaws, but the Lord still kept me safe. Take it back to the days when we were just trying to get paid and not get played, but the Lord still kept me safe. I no longer seek validation from anyone. I appreciate life, I appreciate my family, I appreciate my loved ones. It feels good to be back amongst them. The Prodigal Son, Wednesday, 8th of November.